According to the World Health Organization, the leading causes of heart attack are unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, tobacco, and excessive alcohol use. I propose to add one more this year: the dangers in my heart. Yes, seriously. This is literally me every single episode. Comment if you can relate. You know this show is good when it remains on the anime rankings for an entire season, and that's 11 or 12 weeks straight. Usually I don't take these rankings too seriously, but this is the first time it has ever happened in history. I call this anime the new king of Romcom because I think they totally deserve this title. You know, there's actually nothing revolutionary being done here that we haven't seen in the sea of romance anime. But what stands out the most in The Dangers in My Heart is the genius way they show the character development. Spoiler alert, this is a review video, so I'm gonna include clips from both seasons here, and let's start. To me, this confession scene in the final episode is the most important scene in the entire show. The act of them taking off their mask is a metaphor of their journeys and growth over the past 25 episodes. Ichikawa and Yamada have been interacting with each other through a layer of mask. Even though they respect and care for each other, and they are now much more closer than before, it always feels like there is a gap between them because both of them are not able to open up completely. Ichikawa was the first one to take off Yamada's mask, revealing her true emotions. This corresponds to episode 1 when Yamada is viewed as a perfect figure in the school, but she might be Luffy in disguise. Ichikawa then put on the mask himself, convincing Yamada to take part in the audition while hiding his own emotion. This has been how he interacted with Yamada ever since their first conversation in the library. He literally met Yamada at the lowest point of his life when he was all alone and was afraid of changes. He tried to distance himself from everyone, and it's Yamada that broke through his first line of defense and made him realize that he is actually a caring and much better person than he had thought of himself. From that point onwards, Ichikawa strived harder to make him a better match for Yamada, not just in terms of physical height, but also emotional maturity. It is only on this trip that he realized the final piece of the puzzle is in his own hands, and that's why he took off his mask and confessed his feelings to Yamada. He has nothing else to hide, he wants to face Yamada with his bare heart. I think we can agree that Ichikawa is the reason why a lot of people dropped this show in the first episode, but he is also the exact reason why this show is so good. It is incredibly satisfying to follow along his growth journey as a middle school kid, and look at our boy now. Well, he's still a middle school kid after all. Of course, I should also mention that Ichikawa is not the only one that has grown in this relationship. It's the same for Yamada. Despite having fame as a model or actress, she is actually very insecure in her own skills and abilities and is afraid of being scolded. She had experienced failure before in her other attempts as well. It is Ichikawa that made her realize how much she loves her career. He is always supportive of her because he knows that Yamada would not be the same Yamada without her career. At the crossroads of relationship and career, Ichikawa would not hesitate to encourage her to choose the latter, just like what happened on this field trip. It is a beautiful two-way relationship that is so well written. Ichikawa felt that the world is always against him, whereas Yamada felt that her responsibilities are much heavier than what she could carry, but all of these don't really matter when they know that there are people who like them the way they are, and they know they will always be there for each other. Of course, the final scene of this season has to happen in the library, and we can feel the difference in Yamada's expression back in the first episode. It is also sunset when the confession finally comes from Yamada, and if you watch my season 1 video, you know how significant this is. Sunset is the time when day and night meet, symbolizing the encounter between Ichikawa and Yamada that are total opposites. And that's why a lot of important scenes happen during sunset. I'm just kidding for this one. I think they absolutely nailed the ending of this show with the first opening song, Shayo or Setting Sun. You know, I can confidently say that this is my favorite rom-com anime of all time. As much as I love my harem anime, this doesn't happen in the main story by the way, but I wouldn't mind a parody spin-off. There are not many shows that make you feel this many emotions in 25 episodes. I have laughed and cried and laughed countless times watching this anime. This could only happen when all gears are matched in the adaptation. They have a great director, a legendary composer, and incredible voice acting overall. By the way, if you didn't know, the opening looks absolutely stunning because it is made with the help from Wit Studio. I don't know about you, but I never skipped it. The best thing about The Dangers in My Heart is that the story doesn't end here. I'm looking forward to the next season when there's enough content to be adapted. Blown Yamada, let's go! In the end, this is a show about self-love and growth, and I hope you enjoyed the anime as well as my review video. By the way, sometimes I wonder what kind of drug the author is on to be able to write something so insane.
Whoa!
NANI?!
The author Norio Sakurai is a female and she knows all of the middle school boy jokes better than I do. She is literally the Tatsuki Fujimoto of the Romcom world. Please watch my review on season 1 if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for 8k views, I really appreciate it. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you there. Bye!